the awareness by breaking down the silence and also chasing away the stigma around menstrual hygiene, menstruation. Every year, specific theme is chosen for World Menstrual Hygiene Day to focus on different aspects of menstrual hygiene management. The 2023 Menstrual Hygiene Day theme is making menstruation a normal fact of life by 2030. The overarching goal of this initiative is to build a world where no one is held back because they menstruate by 2030. Inspired Today Foundation is a women's rights NGO and partnering fast-growing fintech firm Apps and Mobile Solutions Limited to mark this year's Menstrual Hygiene Day in the Ayawaso West Municipality. Over 2,000 girls will be provided sanitary pads, bathing soap, deodorants, shaving sticks, and educational materials. This is to ensure that the menstruation girls continue to have a clean menstrual hygiene. Joining me in studio here is Etenam Sage, is Executive Director, Inspired Today Foundation, and Richard Bansa, CEO of Apps and Mobile Solutions Limited. We will have that conversation right now. Join us on Twitter and Facebook at 3FM Sunrise. Hashtag it. Share with someone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How you doing?
Thank you for
well.
Good to see you, and I'm fine.
Yes, Johnny. I really miss you guys.
Good to see you. Richard, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're fine. Charlie, I'm greater than Accra.
Then you're very big.
Trust Johnny.
Greater than Accra. Now, you tell us about this journey with Inspired Today Foundation.
Thank you, Johnny. So, Inspired Today Foundation is a girls' rights organization. We support young menstruating girls in public schools, emphasis on public schools, with what they need to stay in school. So we give them sanitary towels, bathing soap, roll-ons, educational materials, shaving sticks, underpants, and we do this so that they are comfortable in class. So we are a network organization and we are nurturing a nationwide movement of female leaders. We are doing this through a concerted effort at achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals 3, which is to ensure good health and well-being, and 5, which is to promote gender equality. We've done this over the past 5 years from 2019 to now, and we have worked with corporate institutions whose corporate social responsibilities are aligned. We supported no less than 38,000 menstruating girls across 5 constituencies. We've been to the northern region, we've been to the Volta region, Accra, we've been to 3 different constituencies. This will be our 4th constituency, and we've done this passionately with support from these organizations. This year, we are very grateful to Apps and Mobile Solutions Limited, who are supporting us to mark World Menstrual Hygiene Day. It's been a beautiful journey, Johnny Hughes. If you look at what the girls go through, I mean, we've been to places where in the north, where I tell myself I've seen poverty until I went to the north. The girls use clay as substitute for sanitary pads.
That's heartbreaking.
We were in Dodowa cluster. This is Greater Accra. 2 years ago, the girls use newspapers. We work with some publishing houses who give us reading materials for these girls. You go to the schools just to monitor what has been happening. They use the books, they tear it,
the sheets.
Yes, the sheets, and wet it with water, and that's what they use as substitute for menstrual pads.
I could see the shock on Helen's face when you mentioned clay.
Dehumanizing.
This is the first time that I'm hearing. I know about some of the things like corn husks,
cloth,
newspaper, cloth, but to hear that clay.
Yes.
And it's not a comfortable time, you know, that time of the month, and heat and clay, that's heartbreaking.
Richard,
thank you, Helen, for that.
Why did Apps and Mobile Solutions decide to partner Inspire Today?
Well, as a corporate entity, we're touched by her story. I can see the expressions on your faces when you heard about the clay and stuff that young girls are using to manage that time of the month.
Right.
It's a natural process that cannot be deferred or avoided. If you don't experience it, then there must be some abnormality.
Right.
Especially if you're within that age bracket. So if it is coming as a natural process, then it doesn't have to be dehumanizing.
Right.
We have to find a way to support these girls. So when we heard the story, we said, no way. the little that we can all contribute, we also come on board to support Inspire Today, which is why Apps and Mobile Solutions is here to support them. Our motto...
You're a fintech organization.
Yes.
Nanka fintech there.
Fintech is
Girls and menstruation found there.
Now, it's true. What you said is very true. Our mission is to provide payment solutions that transform businesses and impact lives. But most of these solutions that we put on the market are technologically driven. We need a certain level of literacy to be able to achieve our objectives as a company. So if we have girls or youth who cannot access education at a certain point in time because of menstruation, then it becomes an issue of worry for us. I chanced upon a UNESCO research which says that menstruating girls miss 5 days of schooling in a month.
That's right.
A total of 20% of school days in an academic year. So while they are menstruating and they are in at home, their colleague boys are in school and are doing well and excelling. Some of them actually, because of this, drop out of school. Then there are male benefactors along the way also take advantage of them. They get pregnant and drop out of school. These are all issue of concern, which is why we think as a fintech, we shouldn't only be oriented towards a sector that impact directly on the work we do, but we look at the long-term benefits of supporting young girls in school.
Let's look at the 5-year journey, the major standpoints of impact for you at Inspire today. Etana, what can you share?
Thank you, Johnny. I'm glad he mentioned the UNESCO report. So for Inspire Today, every school we go to, we give them a 3-month supply of sanitary towels. So we give them and then we leave some in the school, because some of the girls come and they stain themselves and they don't have what it takes, so we need a buffer so they can fall on, and that's what we've been doing. So after every 3 months we go back, because the UNESCO reports, the current one says that every month 5 days the girls miss classes, and those 5 days are the days they are experiencing their monthly flow. And so because they don't have the necessary materials, they are always looking behind them to see whether they've stained themselves, they are uncomfortable. So when we give them the pass, we want to see whether it's having the impact, because our mandate is to bridge the gap between male and female enrollment in schools. So we go back after 3 months and it's 99% sure the girls don't miss classes because of the period we gave them the pads. And for us, it gives us a lot of joy. Do you know how much pads? I mean, you and I menstruate. It's between 20 and 30 Ghana cedis.
I've been fighting the taxation on pads. I think it's absurd. It's backward. It's preposterous for us to be looking at it as if it were profit-making venture.
It's crazy. It's not actually 25%. So I just took the trouble to go through how much taxes we have on sanitary pads. Import duty is 20%. Import VAT is 12.5%. Get fund is 2.5%. NHIL is 2.5%. Special import levy 2%. COVID levy 1%.
What has COVID got on
ECOWAS levy 0.5%, export and import levy 0.75%, inspection fee 1%, AU levy 0.5%, and Ghana Health Service disinfection fee 0.5%. So total 45%. We can't believe. I mean, because we don't choose to menstruate. We don't decide. It comes at the end of the month. So why should I go through such dehuman? And the girls are exchanging sex for sanitary pad. Last year there was a report by Sen Ghana. It says that it looked at girls around the northern region. 38% of the girls they sampled exchanged sex for sanitary pads. And I think it's true, because we were in the Volta region in the North Town constituency last year to mark International Women's Day, and we met a 13-year-old girl who was pregnant. A carpenter got her pregnant because he bought a sanitary pad the previous month when she was experiencing her monthly. It is crazy, and the men are taking advantage of it. It doesn't have to be so. So we provide that intervention while we wait on government to take off these huge taxes they call luxury. They said menstrual pad is a luxury product. I can't believe it.
It is not a luxury product. It's not a profitable venture either. I think it's backward to begin with. But Richard, what would you say to companies that have not yet taken on CSR projects like this? What would you say to them?
I think we seem to focus, corporate institutions seem to focus their CSR projects in their area of operations or the sector in which they operate, which is why the question you asked about why is a fintech interested in menstrual health was a very poignant one, and I hope I answered you well. Great.
We want more money.
So I would like to encourage corporate institutions to support some of these courses because they have a long-term impact on our development as a country. Dr. Kejri Agri once said, when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. If our young girls are dropping out of school or at a certain point in the month they don't go to school, they are missing out on the importance of education. So whatever we can do to bridge that gap is what we are doing here as Apps and Mobile. So I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage corporate entities out there, big or small, to support such a laudable cause.
And let's conclude. And I must mention that I've been on this beat providing sanitary
We
pads.
monitor you.
I have teachers
Yeah.
who come to me and
Yeah.
say, "Charlie, give us pad to give to the children." Sometimes,
Imagine.
it's painful.
It's painful.
It's painful. Oh, let's conclude the conversation.
Right.
So where do we go from here?
So on Friday, we are supporting close to 2,000 menstruating girls in the Ayawaso West municipality. We chose that area because of Apps and Mobile Solutions, because they wanted to impact the community where they operate. They operate around the East Legon area. So the girls are converging at University Staff Village behind the Legon police station, and we are putting them together and we are giving them what we are giving them. You know, this year's Menstrual Hygiene Day, the theme is centered around ensuring that in 7 years, which is 2030, no girl is held back just because they menstruate, and that's very, very key. And so that's what we are doing, providing that intervention so that the girls will stay in school. They will have no reasons to stay back just because of their biological makeup. So we are supporting the girls with sanitary towels, roll-ons, bathing soap, shaving sticks, educational materials, and we are being supported by, apart from Apps and Mobile Solutions, we have Wilma Africa, we have Step Publishers, we have Farm Milk Ghana Limited, and a few other companies who are coming on board to support us. We are very grateful to our sponsors who have supported us over the period: MTN Ghana Foundation, Ghana Chamber of Mines, Stanbic Bank. The list is tall. We are really grateful
Endless.
to them for all the support. And John Hughes, one of these days you should join us. You should join us. Let's see you give the sanitary pads to the girls. Let's see you support
Charlie,
them. You know,
I'll bring
I mean,
six
I think that
six twos
you should join
Don
us on one
Olu.
of the mentoring sessions we have.
Six
You know-
twos don't Olu will come.
Yes, 6 twos must join. Helen will join. Helen, they're by force.
Yeah, Helen, yeah.
You know,
we'll have to
we-
go and share pad, distribute
Yes,
pads.
you have to distribute the pads.
yeah.
You know, we have a
Not note
mentorship.
pads, so yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sanitary
Yes,
pads.
yes.
We have a mentorship session where we call the Inspired.
We
to
can
the
actually
Youth
come and
Clubs.
demonstrate to them
Yes.
how to fix it.
How to fix
Six
it.
twos and
Just
I, yeah.
imagine. Oh,
You
please,
want to do
Johnny.
that? You want to do that?
Yes,
How do you learn that skill?
I've done that before.
Okay.
In Presby. Actually done that before because
Okay.
not many people know how to.
They don't.
They just open it and
They
they don't
don't.
have a clue
Yes.
where to stick what
Yes.
and all of that.
Then
Yes.
we went to Dadome, one village in the Norton. They thought it was packs of biscuits. They had never seen sanitary pad before. That's how bad the situation is. They have never seen sanitary pad. They thought it was a pack of biscuits.
Yeah.
Dadome.
Open it and and I'm saying thank you very
Thank
much
you,
indeed.
Johnny.
And also grateful to Richard Banksam, CEO of Apps and Mobile Solutions Limited, and I'm saying Executive Director Inspire Today Foundation. Concluding to the Inspire Today Foundation started the social intervention and network organization, nurturing a whole nationwide movement of female leaders through a concerted effort to achieve this SDG Goal 3 by 2030. I want to enforce gender equality as well. We're meeting on Friday, 26th May. Tomorrow is AU Day. Hopefully, the AU will take off their percentage on their taxation on sanitary pads. Yeah, and we're grateful. Thank you so much indeed for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you for having us.
We will get into the conversation about Komeuba elections, and then if we have time, maybe GNPC matters arising. I actually or GNPC Honor. Can you imagine? Board chairman and CEO. Abian, play the music for me.
She's the constant wind that fills my sails.
3FM Sunrise.